You will never watch short content the same way again. And I'm not talking about your attention span, because you already know that scrolling messes with your focus. That's not new information, but what I'm about to tell you is something deeper than that. And once you actually understand it, it's gonna change the way scrolling feels forever. By the way, if you're new here, hi, I'm Mahmoud, and on this channel I talk about phone addiction, books, psychology, and how to become a better version of yourself. If that sounds like your kind of thing, I'd love to have you here. Hit subscribe and stick around. Now, let's start with something that you should understand before anything else. Why do short videos go viral in the first place? Because it's not random. The videos that go viral for a reason, and that reason is emotional. Like, in order for a video to go viral, to spread to millions of people, it has to make people feel something. That's literally what virality means. Capturing as many people's emotions as possible and as fast as possible. Think about the last 10 minutes you spent scrolling. You probably felt 8 to 10 different emotions. Sadness in one video, pleasure in the next one, something that hyped you up, something that made you feel angry, something that made you feel a little bit jealous, one after another, no space in between. And every time you feel something strong, your amygdala fires. That's the part of your brain that processes emotional reactions before you've even caught up to what you're feeling. And right behind it, there is your nucleus accumbens. Lights up too, which is your reward center. That's the same part of your brain that responds to food, to connection, to anything that feels good. And your brain wants to process what it feels and then move on. Short form content never gives it that chance. It hits you with one emotional spike and drags you into the other one before the first one even settles. Over and over, back to back, no space in between. And that overload, the non-stop emotional switches, is exactly what makes it so addictive. Not because the content is good, but because your brain is overwhelmed in a way it actually craves. But here is where it gets worse. Try something for me right now. Think back to yesterday. Try to remember one specific short video you watched. Chances are you can't. And now try to remember a movie you watched, a book you read, a podcast episode you listened to, even a longer video on YouTube. You probably can. You probably can even remember details, and that should actually scare you, because what it tells you is that watching short form content mindlessly switches your brain off and turns your emotions on. You're not thinking while you watch, you're just reacting. You get only a few seconds with each video, and a few seconds is not enough time for your hippocampus to do its job. That's the part of your brain that's responsible for turning experience into something you can actually remember. It needs time to encode anything. Short form content never actually gives it that chance. It passes through you, one video, then the next, then the next. None of it sticking, none of it becoming part of you. You're not watching content, you're scrolling through the void. Hours of your life your brain didn't register as having it happened. And then there is the part that I think is the most dangerous of all, the unpredictability. You never know what's coming. Maybe the next video is funnier, maybe it's more romantic, maybe it's someone showing off a lavish home, and suddenly you feel ahead of something. Envy, excitement, hype, you're not even sure. And every time you don't know what's coming, your brain releases dopamine. But in anticipation, not when you get the reward, but right before, while you're still hoping for it. And the dopamine is not actually coming from the video itself. It's coming from the anticipation of the next one. And then there is your prefrontal cortex. That's the part of your brain that's responsible for impulse control, for actually stopping yourself. It gets quieter every time the cycle repeats. It's fighting a system that is flooding it with constant dopamine spikes, as fast and as often that it never actually gets the chance to form completely. You're pulling the lever, swiping, hoping that the next video is finally gonna satisfy you. But it's not gonna happen, because it's not built to happen. Nicholas Carr, who wrote a book called The Shallows, puts it this way. The net is designed to be an interruption system, a machine geared to the fragmentation of attention. Not a flaw in the design, but the actual design. So here's what that actually means for you. Every time you open one of these apps, you're stepping into a a system that is built by people who studied exactly how your brain works. They know about the emotional overload. They know that your brain won't be able to remember most of it. They know that unpredictability keeps you hooked more than predictability ever could. The entire experience is built around those things, not because they want to help you, but because your attention is the entire product. It's the whole business model. And if everything I told you, the emotional overload, the memory that you don't have, the satisfaction that never actually comes, if none of that made you stop and think, then I don't think there is anything on this entire planet that's gonna make you put your phone down. Because it's not a willpower problem. It's a machine built by some of the smartest people alive to do exactly what's doing to you right now. And once you see the machine clearly, you stop blaming yourself for something engineered this precisely. If you want to know exactly what I did to change this for myself, I made a video about going from 8 hours mindlessly scrolling per day down to an hour. The real steps, not just theory. Click here to watch it next. Drop a comment and tell me when was the last time you tried to remember a specific video you watched and genuinely couldn't. I think that moment says more than anything I could explain. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. Bye.